All right, hello and welcome. It's time for another Working Wednesday stream. If you don't know me, I am Mercy, your game master at HereThereBeMonsters, and we've got 30 minutes on the clock. We're gonna work for half an hour, take a 5-minute break, work for half an hour, and then get out of here. That's right. This is the Power Hour. Even if you're not a game master or dungeon master, if you just have something else to work on and you want to listen to a little bit of chatter in the background and have at least a relatively close keeping of time, excuse me, so we're between hiccup and burp there, great way to start the show, then this is the place for you. For myself, I will be working on some GM stuff. Specifically, we have a few story loose ends to tie up and flesh out a little bit, and we need to do a character sheet review because the last time I looked at Rubato's character sheet, it looked like there were a few things that didn't add up. To be clear, no hate to Rubato or his player. Love the character, love the player. Mistakes happen sometimes. So before we get anywhere near another level up, we want to make sure that the character sheet and everything is all worked out correctly. So if anything needs to be fixed, it's as relatively uncomplicated as possible. Hello, you think his character sheet has errors because he's clearly too tall. Agreed. Session. So of course we are up to date on sessions on YouTube.
YouTube stream is now live.
Thank you. If I'd been a little bit more careful, I probably could have timed it to say we're up to date on our sessions on, and then let the bot say YouTube. That was close. Sessions are up to date, and session I believe it's 7 now coming up will be this weekend, the 9th. Yes, Saturday the 9th of March. Mic checks and everything will start at about 3, between 3 and 3:10 usually, and then mic checks and just kind of any last minute prep usually takes 10 to 20 more minutes, as long as everything goes well. So gameplay should start sometime between like 3:20 and 3:40. And yeah, I think that's it for news. Thank you. And you should be caught up by then. That would be awesome. Look at that character sheet. Yeah, I appreciate you ladies. You've both been awesomely supportive. Oh God, what has happened here? Oh, Google Drive doing things is what has happened. Okay. That's something up in the kitchen. You might cook more. I am a big fan of having, whatever, a TV or a laptop or Alexa device or whatever, something out in the kitchen. It helps make it helps make it easier to not, make excuses about cooking. Okay, there we go. So what I was making that face at a minute ago of like, oh God, was the PDF of Rubato's character sheet somehow accidentally got exported in Google Drive to a Word document there, and needless to say, it did not translate well. No, it's okay. We still have the PDF also, so like we're fine. But I did not see that at first. I just saw the Word document version and was like, oh God, how is he even playing right now? So there's Rubato level 2, and we'll just go ahead and download Rubato level 1 as well. Because if we need to reverse engineer, if we do find anything that needs tweaking or that we need to look over, we might be able to help him reverse engineer it with the level 1 character sheet. That's why I always here's a quick piece of advice for you. Maybe this should go on our list of things that I should make videos about, although really it's like 5 seconds of advice. I guess YouTube Shorts material. Always make another copy of your character sheet when you level up. So don't ever write over your like level 1 character sheet to make a level 2, because if anything is wrong or needs to be fixed or whatever, it is going to be dang near impossible to go back and sort it back. Well, it's hard to sort out no matter what, but and eventually sometimes you just have to say, you know what, it's close enough. But if it is sort outable, then your best chance at doing it is if you have versions, especially if the character is above like even just like level 3 or 4. Version control for character sheets. Yeah, precisely. Precisely. Like a teacher looking in your notebook, making sure you have been taking notes correctly. I suppose it is, yes. Let's make sure there's no like personal info on here or anything. He didn't write like his real name. No, he wrote Mendez for player. Okay. Okay. Let's get this turned on. We'll get over here. We'll add. I'm not actually going to make this a screen capture. We'll make this a window capture. Rubato character sheets. You like that, or? I can't remember who said it first. I have to admit it was not me, but I do like it a lot. It might have even been Amlas. I don't remember for certain. Yeah, there we go. All right. I know it makes it a little hard to read the other stuff, like the timer and whatever, but that's fine. Okay, first let's just go through and make sure all the simple stuff adds up. Strength of 7 would indeed be a -2. Dex 11 would be 0. Con 10 would be 0. Int 17 would be 3. Wiz 6 would be -2, and Charisma 17 would be 3. HP is 6. I know that that's correct. Armor class. I forgot he was literally at 10. He's done a relatively good job of using his tricks and positioning himself as such, so it's okay. But 10 is literally default. Like you can have a base armor class below 10. That's a thing. So he didn't do that at least, but I forgot that he had literally just 10. Hi, Rocket. How are you, sir? All right, ability modifiers. Con is 0. Dex is 0. Will is -2. So his total saves are 0, 0, 1. That looks correct. He has... Does he have a base attack bonus yet? That actually might be wrong. My first thing to double check. How are you today, Rocket? Okay, he does get it at level 2. I couldn't remember. So there's base attack bonus. There's a few progressions for it. There's what's called full, which is every level you get a base attack bonus. There's 3/4, which so a full is stuff like fighters and barbarians and martial classes. 3/4 base attack bonuses. Every 4 levels you get 3 base attack bonus. So you start at 0 and then you essentially go 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, etc. And then there's half base attack bonus, which is what things like wizards and sorcerers and whatnot are. And the progression for half base attack bonus is 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, etc., etc. So he will not get his second base attack bonus until level 4, but he does in fact have a base attack bonus. Yes. Spell resistance he wouldn't have yet. Grapple -2 for strength. +1 for base attack bonus for a total of -1. That's all correct. We're just gonna go down the left side of the sheet here. First. Initiative, he has no dex. Sorry, we skipped that one. So initiative's good. Weapon is wrong unless he has. Okay, let's make a list. Unless he has another penalty. Quarterstaff should be at a -1 now instead of a -2. I'll make a list of things. 1d4 -2. Yeah. So you apply your strength to damage rolls, and his strength is -2. No range, bludgeoning, two-handed. Yes, yes. Crossbow attack bonus is +2. Now, why is that? Okay, we'll circle back to that. It could be racial. I think part of it's because he's small. You get a +1. Oh, that should be what it is. Is 1 for base attack, 1 for small, 0 for dex. But we'll double check it. Crossbow attack. Only 2 things so far, and one of those I'm pretty confident there's a solution for. Okay, he doesn't have any other bonus attacks or anything like that. All right. As a gnome, he gets +2 save against illusions. I'm pretty sure that's just correct. Okay, we're gonna need to write down the ability. Well, okay, not really, because he has actually look his modifiers. He has 6 stats, but only 3 modifiers: -2s, 0s, and 3s. He took a very optimized set of rolls. So Dex and Con are 0. Strength and Wiz are -2. The others are 3. I'm not going to be able to remember that way. God dang it. This is the kind of thing that's easier to do if it's printed out. Okay, let's just look for Strength and Wiz things and make sure they're all marked as -2. Strength -2. Wiz -2, strength -2, Wiz -2, Wiz -2, Wiz -2, Wiz -2, Wiz -2, but he has a bonus, so for a total of 1. Wiz -2, strength -2. All right, we're good there. Then what was our next one? What were our zeros? Dex and Con. He probably didn't write anything for Dex and Con then. No, he did. Never mind. Okay. Different people to handle that differently. It's fine. Dex 0, Con 0, Dex 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 0. Cool. All good. And Int Charisma 3. Int 3, Int 3, 3, 3, 3. Charisma 3, Int 3, Charisma 3. Int 3, Charisma 3, Charisma 3, Charisma 3. Int 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. For skill monkeys, Int and Charisma are the 2 best stats for sure. Charisma, 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 all 3. Int 3, Int 3. Charisma 3. Okay. No issues there. Ranks. What's wizard skill rate? 2 plus int times 4. Really? There are 2 plus? No, wait, that's sorcerer. Hold on. No, wizard also 2 plus. That's awful. Why are they so bad? It's skills. I would think wizard at least would be better. All right. So what was his int? So he started with 15 skill points and then he got 5 on his level up. So he should have a total of 20 ranks spent. 2, 7, 9, 13, 15, 19, 20, 25. Hold on. Did I do something wrong? Let me double check that. One of us did something wrong. Wizard 2 plus int modifier. Oh wait, I did times 3, didn't I? Hold on. Yep. I don't know why I said times 3. So 5 times 4, not times 3, is 20 for level 1, and then 5 more for level 2 would be 25. So he is in fact good. That is wrong. I don't know if he did that or I think this might be an auto calculating sheet. But max rank would be 5 and 2.5 at level 2. He didn't have anything over 5, so we're all good there. Let's just check his totals. 5 and 3 is 8. 3 and 1 is 4. 3 and 4 is 7. 2 and 0 with an 8 bonus. We'll double check that is 10. 4 and 3 is 7. 2 and 3 with a 2 bonus is 7. 5 and 1 is 6. And 3 and 2 is 5. Hello there, Michael. How are you? Appreciate you, sir. And then also he's got a 3 bonus to listen. So I'm curious about the bonuses. Skill bonuses. And not that I think there's necessarily anything wrong, but we're just trying to double check everything. Especially these big ones. That's a gigantic bonus, and that's a gigantic penalty. What in the world? What is happening? So we'll circle back to that. He didn't write his spells here. He has a separate sheet for that. That's fine. Wizards functionally have all spells anyway. Not exactly, but more or less. So he has spell focus illusion, which gives him +1 save DC for illusion spells that he casts. Spell mastery, he can prepare some spells without the spell book. That's all gnome stuff. Not worried about that. That's specialist wizard. Okay. Wasn't his int 3? Yes. Oh, okay. I see what he did. That's fine. I am curious about spells per day. Languages are fine. And that stuff's all fine. The caster level thing's kind of awkward too, and I don't think that's noted anywhere. -1 caster level. Okay. Okay. That's part of it. So I might switch off the sheet here now because it's mostly going to be me scrolling around a bunch and tabbing and whatnot. But overall, we're doing pretty good. There's only a couple of things that we need to look into. So he gets a racial bonus on listen. Wait, hold on. This might be written out kind of weird though. This really isn't too bad. I try and do so, like I said earlier, I try and do this to all my all my players' character sheets periodically because stuff happens. You write something in the wrong spot, or you forget about a prerequisite, or whatever. So this is no knock on him. Rubato is a fantastic player. He's just the next one on my list to go through. Welcome back. What are you up to today, Rocket? For shame. He also doesn't have his weight loads written down. That's not a super big deal since he doesn't usually carry a whole lot. So, all right. You have a meeting at 6:30 on Zoom. Other than that, not doing anything. Gotcha. What's is it a work thing or what do you got? What are you up to? Weapon proficiencies, yada yada. That all looks fine. So I'm curious about traits. Let's see. We've got a +1 to con and a -1 to spot and listen. +1 to concentration. Sorry. That's represented correctly. Listen. Oh dear. The parent teacher conference simulation. Ah. Okay, so I'm not. It's possible that the -1 to spot and listen have been addressed on here, but I'm not positive about that. Yeah, good luck, Rocket. Is it an observed thing, or is it more just like a practice with your professor sort of deal? Also, what in God's name happens to his jump? Why is it -6 on top of his already -2? I don't see anything that would be affecting that in all of the notes here. This is like teeny tiny. One of the things you have to do. Gotcha. Ava is very leads a very physically active life. She has lots of like jump and tumble and balance and all that stuff. Surabata is just slothful. Well, but maybe more slothful than he should be. So it also looks like he maybe is supposed to have a flaw, which I don't see represented here anywhere. So that could be where the penalty on jump is coming from. He has 3 feats written down. One of those is a free wizard feat called Scribe Scroll, which is fine. Now he doesn't have something else. I'm curious as to why. I won't say what it is because I don't want to spoil anything there. Okay. You did. You did indeed. That was very cool. Okay. And some of these questions we may also be able to answer when we go look at the level 1 version of Rubato. It's possible that some things just didn't get copied over okay or correctly. Okay, so there's a few things to follow up on. I need to look up his race because that also is going to affect some things. So look into that, look into that. That needs to be, I'm going to do this in a document instead of in the YouTube chat without pressing enter. It's hard to keep track of, and I can't categorize things. Okay, max ranks was not. Oh, never mind. Right. Okay, so I need 3 categories here. I have needs checked, needs fixed, and I might only really need those 2. Oh, I'll say it needs rubato back. There and there. Those max rent. Oh, and I guess we can yeah, we'll put that there. Skill bonuses, we're still working on that one, and spells per day. Okay. So far there's only one like actual thing that needs to be fixed, and it's like literally the most trivial of all the things. So he's actually doing great so far. There's about a half dozen things that we need to double check, but a lot of that's just because I don't necessarily have every single thing ever memorized. I used to have more of it memorized than I do now, obviously, back when I was playing like 5 hours a week, every week for years after years. Okay. Yeah, possibly. I definitely do still have things memorized and have rememorized some things as well, but not what it once was. Okay, that question was not answered. That question, okay, so this is another needs fixed. And it's possible that the stat changes may be there, but he should have 2 character flaws that are not currently noted. Let's dive into the attack powers, because that was one of our next things. I'm actually relatively close to done with this, so we'll go a few minutes over for break. That way we can start our next project after break. Should be only 5 or so minutes extra. We don't know Rubato's flawless. It's true, really. True. Light crossbow. Wait. Oh, that's the level 1 version. I was like, what? But although that does, okay, so that does bring on an interesting point, because he has -3 written down for his quarterstaff attack at level 1. That thing's at 6. Oh gosh. Well, at least you get it out of the way sooner, Rocket. Good luck. What would a flaw be? A negative to some stat or something more unique? So you can make up your own custom flaws, but there's a short list when they added flaws as a mechanical thing. Obviously, for like a role playing perspective, you're encouraged to have some flaws and quirks and whatnot for your character. But we're talking about mechanical flaws. So when they added mechanical flaws, they are it's a thing that you can optionally do. Rules as written if your game master's playing with flaws, which a lot don't necessarily. They're a thing that was added later. But I like it because it gives you more mechanical customization for your character. Is you can choose up to 2 flaws. So you can just take 0 if you want. It's fine. And then for each flaw that you take, you suffer a penalty. And then for each flaw that you take, you gain a bonus feat. And Rubato appears to have 2 bonus feats, but no flaws written down. Which, I mean, whatever. Stuff happens. But. And like I said, it's entirely possible that he maybe has even applied the flaws and just did not write them down. So that's one of the things that I'm checking right now is, like, is he non-combatant, for instance? Actually, here, I'll paste this. Anybody that's curious, there's the list of written flaws. Like, is he non-combatant, which is a -2 penalty on melee attack rolls. But if he is non-combatant, that is also not done correctly. Because he has a -2 to strength, and non-combatant is a -2 to melee attacks. So his quarterstaff would be -4, not -3 at level 1. So either way, there's something going on there. So he's not non-combatant, at least. Not sleep without fire due to shut up people paranoia. -2 to resisting ability. I'm not going to try and reverse engineer the whole thing. Ultimately, we'll throw that to him and let him be like, oh yeah, these are the flaws that I'm supposed to have or whatever. I just figured I'd see if there was anything like really obvious. Inattentive is another one. He does not have that though. Okay, is there anything that affects jump? Because jump is the one that has the crazy minus. Or is it intimidate? No, it's jump. Yeah, why is there such a huge minus on jump? I don't think any of the flaws address specific skills like that. Yeah, but feeble would be hitting everything. Yeah, exactly. And it's only a 2. He has written down a -6 to jump. Unreactive is -6 to initiative. But he does not have that. Okay. Yeah, we'll kick that ball over to him then. I also have not. Oh, okay. So some of this could be racial. Also, I'm not aware of any races that have like penalties to skills. Usually, it's just small bonuses to skills, but that's possible. So I don't see. So it looks like quarterstaff attack needs some attention. Crossbow attack, I'm actually pretty confident is correct, but let's just double check the rule for small characters. I believe they get a +1 on ranged attacks. Has he ever attacked anything with the quarterstaff? I don't think so. Oh, okay. So this is interesting. So I may have just stumbled onto another thing. Ooh, okay. We may be able to help him reverse engineer a little bit too. So, small characters. A small character gets a +1 size bonus to armor class. He, however, does not have that noted. So, it's possible that that's a mistake, but one of the flaws. Where is it? No, it's in here. There it is. Vulnerable. Yep. Vulnerable is a -1 penalty to armor class. So it's possible that it's just not written down, but that he vulnerable is canceling out his size bonus to AC. But I'm going to write down size bonus to AC. That's the thing. Then maybe that'll kickstart vulnerable question mark. Okay. But otherwise he should have one more AC than he does if he's not vulnerable. Welcome back. What else was I doing? Oh yeah, small. Literally already forgot. So, small character gets a +1 size bonus to armor class, a +1 size bonus on attack rolls. Wait, it's just attack rolls, period. It's not just ranged attacks. So maybe he is also non-combative. Because then he would have been at -4 with the quarterstaff and then +1 for small. The difference is the attack bonus is correctly totaled up. The armor change, if that's what's happening, should be shown as a +1 size bonus and then a -1 miscellaneous modifier. But that's easily fixed if that's what's going on. Size bonus to attack. What did Rubato do? Oh, nothing. I try and review everyone's character sheets at least once per level just to make sure nothing slipped through the cracks because stuff happens. Also, a small character gets a +4 bonus on hide checks, so that's where some of that's coming from. He has an 8 bonus on hide checks, so we haven't quite gotten that sorted out yet. But we've got part of that figured out. Hide +4 small. Okay, so we partially answered that question. Hello, none. Just zero everything out. Okay. I was not expecting to find more questions, so maybe we will go to break here in a second. Small character generally moves 2/3 the speed of a medium character. Small character uses smaller weapons than a medium character. Okay. So crossbow attack, we confirmed, is correct. And then as we were doing that, we found what might have been his other missing flaw. Maybe he's a vampire. Maybe that's a necromancer. See what I did there? Jump -6 question mark question mark question mark. Actually, I don't know. We are almost done. Maybe -1 spot. Wait, writing this down wrong. Spot -1. Listen -1. Yeah. -1 caster level for non-illusion spells needs fixed. That was not noted anywhere. Well, okay, that's not entirely true. Let me look at how we worded it. Yeah, it's written. It's written under other possessions. Which, like, whatever, that's just a good spot to make notes to if you don't have a lot of possessions. But I know, at least for myself, I know for certain at least 2 instances where we did not do it correctly. So I think we need to get it noted somewhere else. So caster levels, what does that mean? Lots of spells will have variable effects that are determined by what your caster level is. And so you can do things to have a caster level that is higher or lower potentially than your than your levels in a spell casting class. So like you could be a level 2 wizard like Rubato is, and say have a +1 caster level for evocation spells, but a -1 caster level for illusion spells. And so when doing so, that does not mean that you can cast a 3rd level spell. You can still only cast the spells that you can cast. But in that example, if you were casting an evocation spell, like say Fireball, you would roll the number of dice and like let's say it had a variable area depending on caster level or whatever. All of those things would be calculated as caster level 3, even though your character is only level 2. And then vice versa in that example, if you were a level 2, if Rubato was a level 2 caster with a -1 to, what did I say, illusion, then like if you have if you had an illusion spell that lasted for 1 minute per caster level, even though he's a level 2 wizard, it would only last for 1 minute because his caster level for illusion spells is -1. Shalendor, great to see you. Elf, wait, I can explain, dwarf. You can live 750 years? I can only live 350 years. Human. At least you live longer than a century. DM. You guys think you're going to live? Too true. Too true. Okay, so let's take our stretch break because that was just 5 or so minutes over and we're still not quite done yet. Actually, that was more like 10 minutes over. But that's okay. So I'm going to take my stretch break. Shalendor, actually, if you don't mind pointing your brain at a few things, I would love to hear your thoughts while I'm gone. If you can think of anything other than size that would give a significant bonus to hide, and if you can think of anything at all that would give a significant penalty to jump. We're trying to locate where a +4 hide, not including the small one, we already got that. An additional +4 hide and a -6 jump, where those would have come from. I'll type that out too. 4 hide, -6 jump. I know you've played a lot of 3-5, so just in case anything jumps out at you. And I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? Thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget to thumbs up the video if you haven't yet. Okay. Sorry, I think that was only 1 extra minute-ish. Maybe 2. But thank you for hanging out. I hope you had a good little break as well. Encumbrance can give a penalty to jump. Yes, but he is not encumbered, unfortunately. But I appreciate the thought. Thank you, thank you. So let's look up the race and see if that's doing anything. Maybe somehow the race is really bad at jumping. Hello, Terminal Toaster. When creating a D&D campaign based off of a game or some other media, how much borrowing is too much? Fantastic question. Hard to answer without a little bit more context. I think it depends a lot on the tone. Are you trying to be serious or are you trying to be campy and silly? If you're trying to be campy and silly, then I don't think there's any amount that's too much, really. I can't think of what that would look like. If you're trying to be serious, I think you want to go for more like inspired and less borrowed as much as possible. Case in point, actually, our campaign that we're currently working on stuff for is I would say Lord of the Rings inspired, but that's really more in like setting and tone and difficulty than it is in like how the enemies work or what the character's main quest is or anything like that. Okay, I found the +4 to hide. Actually, it's racial, so we're good there. We are in the process. We're finishing up a character sheet review. Something I try and do as a DM to help, because mistakes happen, right? Especially when we're leveling up characters. So just gonna like to help keep people on track. Because it gets harder and harder to unravel the further you get without a review. How are you doing today? What have you been up to? After this, we're going to move on. Oh, this took longer than I anticipated. We're going to move on to working on filling in some gaps in a couple story threads that came up in our last episode. I'm just making a couple notes here really quickly on the last few things. I still don't see anything that addresses the huge penalty to jump. I'm very curious about that one. I cannot think of anything that would do that. It is none. It is. This is all for Rubato. That's who we're auditing today, so to speak. What Toaster? I'm happy to dive deeper on that question if you want to expand on it any and kind of help you like suss out what you're hoping to accomplish. What is the strength bonus? -2. but he has a total of -8 to jump. So he has -2 for his ability modifier, no ranks, and then a miscellaneous modifier of -6. I'm trying to figure out why. I just found another thing that I think is noted on page 2 of his character sheet, but I think maybe has not been used previously because it has to do with attacks on page 1. Yeah. Hello there. Not Jason. Wow, that was quick, Rocket. 15 minutes? I guess if it was only doing one, that's not too bad. I assumed that it would be like an hour or two long kind of deal. Okay, we've got one more question to answer. And that is spells per day. How does he have so many spells per day? No, don't save changes. Go back to the wizard page. Wizard. Okay. Oh, I bet. Well, yeah. I bet I know how at least some of that got noted, or whatever. How some of that happened. It's so weird. Like they are animated people that are voiced by the AI technician. You don't know what is AI, but literally just like using a voice changer behind a VTuber message. That's great. Okay, so spells per day at base for wizard should be 4 cantrips and 2 first level. He has 7 and 5 written down. No, 7 and 6 written down. We do need to look at bonus spells because he almost certainly has at least one first level bonus spell. Bonus spells, he has 17 intelligence. So he should indeed have one bonus first level spell, which would get him up to 6 and 5. Wait, I'm looking at sorcerer. My bad. Wizard. Which would get him up to, oh, I wonder if that's what happened though. 6 and 5, that's what I just said, right? They are pretty close to each other. Does he have written down? He has 7 and 6. God, no, so it's even higher than that. My guess would be, because he's a specialist wizard, that he wrote it down that way to include the specialist spells, but you only get the bonus, like you can only cast spells from your specialist school with that bonus. Spells per day, 6/3 plus 1 is base. We have correct. Yeah, thank you, Looney. But wouldn't doesn't the specialist school thing still give you a bonus cantrip if it's a cantrip of your specialized school? I think it's more than that, Rocket. Isn't it 2,000? I don't remember. I'd have to look at it. Right, but we're using that sheet uses running total XP, not XP per level. I think. Now I'm doubting myself though. It should all be there. Yeah, so wizard is 4 cantrips, 2 first level. At base at level 2. And then he has a bonus spell, which would make it 4 and 3. So I don't know how he has written down 7 and 6. A specialist wizard can prepare 1 additional spell for specialty school per spell level each day. So yes, you do get a bonus cantrip from that. Also gains +2 on spellcraft checks against spells of her chosen school. Okay. So I'll look at the sheet in a second to answer the questions, guys. Hold on. So he should be at 4 and 2. And then his bonus spell would put him at 4 and 3. And then if he was noting his specialist schools there, then it would be 5 and 4. But I have no idea where 7 and 6 is coming from. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Rocket. Because of the way that I needed the character, that because of the way that I wanted the spreadsheet to track progress, it was easier to use total XP. Personally, I actually prefer to reset to 0 each time. So like for me, if you 0 it each time, it's 1,000 times your current level. So at level 1, you need 1,000 experience, and then if you 0 out, then at level 2 you need 2,000 experience, and etc. etc. If you're doing totals, then level 2 is 3,000 experience, and level 3 is 6,000 experience, etc. etc. So I personally prefer per level totals, but I think the spreadsheet might be using a running total because it was easier to set up the spreadsheet that way. Because the math is easier, Rocket. It's literally just 1,000 times your current level. So no matter what you are, like if you're level 16, if you 0 out, then you need 16,000 XP to become level 17. But if you use complete total XP, then you need like, I don't even want to do the math, like 378,000 XP to become level 17. Yeah, there's a chart. I'm just making numbers up there. Wait, I said 7 and 5, right? Hold on. 7 and 6. So I still don't know for sure what's gone wrong, but 7 and 5 would be correct for. Oh no, wait, 7 and 6. 7 and 6, is that what it is? 7 and 6. Okay, so I think what's happened here is he used, ironically, oh, some of you are going to love this. Is Orar here? I think he accidentally used the spells per day of a sorcerer. Which, if for those of you that have been around for a while, that's hilarious. because so I think what's happened is he wrote it down. He wrote it down as including the one bonus spell that he gets per day per level for his school specialization. And then also he has one bonus first level spell. So if he was a wizard, that would be written out. So a wizard is 4 and 2 at base. Then it would go from 4 and 2 to 4 and 3 for his bonus spell. And then if you were going to write it out that way, including your one bonus for your illusion, it would be 5 and 4 would be the wizard number. Sorcerers at level 2 at base are 6 and 4. So then if we can carry on with our assumptions, then that 4 would become a 5. It is 6 and 4. So or I'll do it in reverse for you. It's 6 cantrips and 4 first level spells. And then a bonus first level spell makes it 6 and 5. And then if we are including school specializations in there, then that makes it 7 and 6. And 7 and 6 is what he has written down. I think he used the sorcerer numbers. So all that flaming about sorcerers versus wizards and whatnot, one of the reasons that he thinks wizard is better than it is because he's using the sorcerer spellcasting progression. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's what we're talking about, Rocket. That's the specialization where he's getting +1 per level. Oh, I love it. Proof that sorcerers are superior, exactly. So did he just limit his spell cast? No, other way around. He gave himself more spell casting than he should have. That's the whole trade-off. Wizards get access to a broader pool of spells to choose from, but they can cast fewer of them per day. Sorcerers have access to a narrow narrow pool of spells that they know, but they can cast more per day. So they're sort of inverted of each other. So he gave himself wizard spell knowledge and sorcerer spell casting, I think is what's happened here. That's hilarious. I love it. Don't tell him so you can do it on stream to clip his reaction. I'm 50-50 on that. I love that idea, and I think there's probably at least a 60% chance that he would be able to take that in stride and laugh it off, but I would feel bad if that came across as like a mean-spirited like ambush. Well, no. So a specialist wizard has a second level specialist wizard so using his stats, right? So everything's equal. As a wizard, he would have 5 cantrips and 4 first level spells. 5 and 4. As a sorcerer, he would have... So as a sorcerer that could specialize, he would have 7 and 6. So it's literally a difference of 2 spells per level per day. Now sorcerers can't specialize like that, so it's slightly different. But it's still a non-specialized sorcerer still has one more spell per level per day than a specialist wizard does, which adds up. Yeah, exactly. Oh no, you don't think you can actually wait? You were joking. No, I know. And if there was any way that I would feel confident that we could do that in a way that wouldn't make him feel embarrassed or belittled, I would do it, because I do think the reaction would be amazing content. But I'm not gonna risk like accidentally being cruel to my friend for that. And to be clear here, too, just for anybody that doesn't have the context, because the laughing earlier might have seemed cruel, too. It is not laughing at Rubato. It is not laughing at Mendez, Rubato's character. It is laughing at the irony of the situation, because we have been playfully ribbing each other for like a year now about who's better between sorcerers and wizards. So the irony of the situation, mistakes happen. We've all made them. I've made character sheets that I've looked back at and been like, what in the world? Where did these numbers come from? Like, it happens. And wizard and sorcerer are, especially if you're looking on the SRD webpage instead of in the book, they're like right next to each other. So it would be super easy to just superimpose from the wrong table. Like, simple enough mistake, easy to happen, like no big deal. Just the irony of the situation is amusing, given the history. Exactly, or okay, cool. Well, we unraveled more of that than I thought we would, and as a result, it took longer than I thought it would. Which, you know, say la vie. Do I start something at 10 minutes left, or oh yeah, no, we can look at the XP sheet. Let's just do that. I'll deal with the story threads part of what I was going to do today off stream. That's fine. That way I can answer you guys' questions about the XP sheet. Doot, doot, doot. I do need to be careful though, and like that stuff does need to get done in the next couple of days. Because obviously we need it on Saturday. So I can't put those things off too much more, but we're just not going to do it right in the second. Drive, files, XP tracker. Okay, so now that I can focus a little bit more on what we're talking about, yes, the sheet is using running total. Wait. Oh, right. Ava's is weird because she joined partway through. The one that I clicked on is the one that's weird. Well, one of the two. Druge and Ava are weird because they joined later. So there's a just like plus 1000 XP because the characters were already level 2. So if we just, chill in the woods for like 800 to 1000 XP, we can level before capstone. So, the sheet is tracking total sum XP. And the total sum of XP to get to level 3 would be 3000. That's the last one where would be 3000. That's the last one where it evens out like that. Then to get to level 4, it's 7000. Yeah, I want to message the player group because we have some planning to do. I'm just going to do this right now so I don't forget. You guys have a little bit of a decision to make as far as how we want to structure our next couple sessions. Got distracted by something. People are posting memes. Oh, I almost posted this in the other D&D group's channel. That would have been very confusing for them. Okay, at original D&D group. Hi, Rocket. Right, Rocket? That gif is great. Oh my god, you guys, stop spamming the gifs. um Oh my god, you guys. You remember the chat spot Wizards vs. Sorcerers you had on EN World? Dude, I still reference EN World quite a lot. It was such a good forum. Or was that the one that just recently got shut down? I used to use it a lot. I did discover that one of my old 3.5 resources shut down recently. It might have been EN World. No, not EN World. That still shows up in Google. Okay. No, it wasn't EN World. I can't remember. I had about 5 or 6 different 3.5 forums that I would use for stuff, and one of them we discovered a couple months back is no longer a thing. Okay. Giant in the Playground. Yeah, Giant in the Playground is fantastic. I do remember also I hit it with my axe, got moved over to Tumblr, which I was very sad about. It's no longer its own domain. But that wasn't the one I'm thinking of. One of them that I tried to use is just straight up gone. I'm debating if I want to ask you guys this question or if it's just a thing. I have it all typed out. Or if it's just a thing that I want to make an executive decision on. It's part of the reason why I hadn't done this yet. It's something I've been mulling over for a while. Oh, really? That's awesome. I didn't know that. Send it, send it, send it. Let me look at my notes one more time before I decide whether to send it or not. Because it's kind of like it's about meta pacing. And I know some people don't mind that kind of thing, and some people would like enjoy the ride of discovery. And in general, if this was not a show, I wouldn't even consider asking people's opinion on it. But because it's a show, I'm like a little bit more up in the air. Go sit on that orc camp spawn. It was good levels. We have requests now, boys. No, I'm not gonna send it. I think I have. There's about 6 different options split into 2 categories, and I think if I just make a decision on which category, then I still have options that I can give you. I've been meaning to sit down and like really decide about that for a while now, and I think I just needed to get it all typed out and see it in front of me. I think it takes away too much of the magic. Like, yes, we're putting on a show, but I still want it to be fun and exciting and like have surprises for you guys. Yeah, I have a solution worked out. Okay. We good. We good. Yeah, that's so cool. I had no idea Gary Gygax was on EN World. That's so awesome. Actually, I'm going to make myself a note because it is going to take, I need to be very careful about the execution of this. one of the other things we can do if we don't essentially try to squeeze in one more thing is we might actually have some sessions that end more in the like 3 to 4 hour range instead of trying to keep it to 5 and battling to stay under 6. Okay. Decision made. We did it. I see that as an absolute win. All right. Thank you guys. It was fun. Where are we time wise? Oh god, we're almost at 90 minutes again anyway. For a while there, I was really doing good about finishing these in 60 or 70 minutes. But that's okay. We've also done a lot of heady work the last couple of sessions. So I will shoot over my questions, comments, and fixes to Rubato. Like I said, overall, not bad at all. Just a couple things that it looks like there may just be some notation errors with. And then like 1 or 2 skill bonuses that we couldn't sort out, but really not bad. He went by a different name, Captain. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, if he just named himself Gary Gygax, he would have gotten mobbed. Thank you guys so much for being here. Next stream is tomorrow at 2 Pacific. We're doing Hardcore Herald, our permadeath paladin, on EverQuest's Project Quorum server. He's currently level 9, and we've been doing a little bit of trade skilling to fill out his armor pieces. So I'm hoping to make a little bit more armor tomorrow and then go back out adventuring. And then tomorrow night, we've got our Minecraft hangout in the Discord. So thank you all so much for being here. Oh, and then, of course, D&D session on Saturday, if you missed that earlier. So thank you all so much for being here. Take care. And as always, be excellent to each other.